My previous video, I'll keep it, but I wanted to finish it. So this is like part two. I started with my hat off, so it would look a little different. But I'm still up on the North Shore. This is Temperance Creek behind me. I was just finishing when I was talking about parents who lost a child and the gift that can be to share our time with them and to be able to ask them how it's going and to talk about their child who died and how difficult that can be. So it's kind of an abrupt start to this chat, but that's where I just left off before I ran out. I think I'm gonna have to get a new phone. I had deleted all my previous videos and it still cut me off. So anyway, I did want to mention about so tomorrow's election day. Okay, so half the country is going to be, probably not tomorrow, probably go on, and probably half the country is going to be elated and happy. Half the country is going to be really frustrated and irritated and sad. And I was just reading a little bit about that in American Magazine. There's an article I thought was pretty good. Said how to learn from the saints, and this might be a little namby-pamby. I suppose it boils down to always want to have Christ at the center, and that serenity prayer where, change what you can change and accept what you can't change and have the wisdom to know the difference. And so like he talked about the Our Lady of Guadalupe, La Señora de la Guadalupe, and talking to Juan Diego, whose life was victimized by the colonizers. He was a native, indigenous person, and all the Spaniards were coming, and that wasn't so easy for the indigenous. A lot of them were killed and put under subjugation. Anyway, she said, don't be anxious, don't worry. Am I not your mother? Be close to me. I will care for you. I'll protect you. So that was one thing. Then there's Teresa of Avila, whose prayer I'll share with you in just a minute. Well, I can share it with you now. I'll chant it for you to kind of close. The English translation would be, let nothing disturb you, let nothing frighten you. All things are passing. God never changes. Patience obtains all things. Whoever has God lacks nothing. God is enough. Let me just try it in Spanish in case you know Spanish. It's always more beautiful, right? Nada te turbe, nada te espante. Todo se pasa, Dios no se muda. La paciencia todo alcanza. Quien a Dios tiene, nada le falta. Solo Dios basta. God alone fills us. Julian of Norwich, she was famous for saying, all is well, everything will be well, everything under the universe is well. It's just confidence in God's got us in his hands. And the danger of that, I suppose, is you maybe minimize things that are important and that we should fight for, like, people that feel passionately about the election, hopefully feel that way for more than just how's either person going to benefit me personally, but how their vision for the world and how they can, in their view, make the world a better place, And what we can change, we can try to change. We can try to talk to people about politics, but also just in our lives. How can we be a good presence in our families, in our community, service-minded, not leave it to the politicians to solve all our problems. It's like, I always think it's kind of funny. Gas prices aren't so much of an issue right now, but it's like, you blame the president for gas prices. So it's kind of a neutral issue now. I think I could say that. It's like, well, is he really or she really in that much control of something like that? I don't know. So Gloria Purvis, she's a national speaker. She said, Jesus, Paschal mystery can bring good out of anything. So if the election doesn't go the way you want it to go, there's still, life to come from that for you, to bring good out of anything. And to remember, this is a nice little phrase, whoever's in the White House, Jesus is on the throne. That was good. And this Joe Hoover, he wrote, he goes, to keep ourselves rooted in God and not have that space for this kind of ultimate value, like be a person or a candidate, but always to be God and Christ at the center. He said that empty space where God should be can become a dangerous neighborhood when dark spirits growl to make our lives hell. So there's this place that's just meant for God, kind of be at the center of who we are. And if we put someone else there, or if we put something we really, really want there, like maybe an election outcome, that can make us vulnerable to distancing ourselves from how God would want us to be, I guess. But I thought it was very poetic. It can become a dangerous our hearts can become a dangerous neighborhood where dark spirits growl to make our lives hell. So beware of that. So maybe that's good for now. I just want to maybe close with, and again, I don't mean to be mamby-pamby about it, but don't worry, be happy. But it's true. Whatever happens, I guess I just want to be sensitive to people that'll be frustrated or sad after the election results come out later this week, maybe, or who knows. That your charge to be light in the world doesn't stop, no matter who's elected, right? Even if it's the one you want. We're not electing the Messiah, right? So, okay, so I'm going to sing this little chant. Remember, I'll do it in English and Spanish, Spanish. I'll let you take this beautiful scene in. Whoa. Nothing can trouble, nothing can frighten. Those who seek God shall never go wanting. Nothing can trouble, nothing can frighten. God alone fills us. Nada te turbe, nada te espante. Quien a Dios tiene, nada le falta. Nada te turbe, nada te falta. Da solo Dios basta. Nothing can trouble, nothing can frighten. Those who seek God shall never go wanting. Nothing can frighten, nothing can trouble. God alone fills us. Solo Dios basta. God bless you, everybody.